Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be finishing off our divisional rankings series, and it's actually both of us together for a change. We're actually allowed to do that.
I just want to see if
Theme
it's left in there
tune
for
now.
once. Actually,
Oh,
singing.
okay.
You have to do it one time.
So today we are finishing off our ranks with the NFC West. So our number 4, we actually pretty much agreed on this without even talking about it. So our number 4 is going to be the Cardinals, because Kyler Murray is not good enough to get his team any higher than number 4.
I do think, like last year, Murray was rookie last year, wasn't he? He was. He was easily the best rookie quarterback last year. Like, there wasn't even, because there was him, Daniel Jones, I forgot everybody was in.
Dwayne Haskins.
That's about it. He was best of them. I think it's just he's got. You
There
saw
was
what he
someone,
did.
hold on, there was someone else. Wasn't there someone who was like way better than all of them?
Drew Lock was there.
That's not him. That's not who.
Kyler Murray was the best one over. Nick Bosa was there last year.
He was number 1 pick as well, wasn't he? Kyler Murray.
Number one, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Probably him then.
Right, when you saw what he did last year with the shitty offensive line, as we saw him get sacked by, I think
His
it
own
was
offensive line,
Sweezy, who his own offensive lineman sacked him. I think, especially now, I think they can flip flop with the Rams, who we spoiler at number 3, because I think you have Kyler Murray already. They drafted Josh Jones, who won't shore up their offensive line straight away, but he's going to make it better than what it was, because it's not hard to do.
He is also all they got for their offense.
Yeah, but still, I think because he's their weak side. He's a left tackle, so he'd be on the weak side. He's on Kyler Murray's blind side, is what I'm trying to say. And plus, he brought in DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, who automatically makes the offense
Huge.
twice as good as it was. And Kenyon Drake, who's on a transition tag, which we still are not 100% that. You have him, who's obviously a lot better than what David Johnson has been the last year or two with injuries and stuff. They shipped him off to Houston in the Hopkins trade. So like, I think the offense has gotten better just because all you have to do is add in the DeAndre Hopkins, because you have Larry Fitz obviously, who's there, but like they have who do they have? They have Christian Kirk, who's been letting people down the last 2 years straight. They have Andy Isabella, who I like, who's been a nice slot guy, but DeAndre Hopkins is that guy who's going to beat you over top, beat you underneath. He's just a number one option he hasn't had. And then they drafted Isaiah Simmons, who will probably play at linebacker because they already have Buda Baker. But
Oh god.
yeah, but they did lose DJ Swearinger, so like Simmons is going to play linebacker and he's going to play safety. So I think he makes, along with like obviously Chandler Jones, who's already there. You have Patrick Peterson. Like, I think he shores up their defense to a stage where they might even be better than the Rams defensively, because obviously we know the Rams, who are number 3.
It's just more fun to look at the Cardinals as well, because the Cardinals are getting better, whereas the Rams are just kind of stuck.
They put themselves in the hole by overpaying Goff, and then they haven't had they won't have a first round draft pick. They didn't have one last year. They didn't have one the year before, and they won't have another one for the next 2 years, I think. Definitely not next year.
Goff their last number 1.
Yeah, that was like 4 years
first round
ago.
pick.
He was the first overall pick.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, so like Goff is good, but Goff is not 100 million guaranteed.
No, most overpaid quarterback there will ever be.
And it's hard, like I said, I think Chandler Jones is not as good as Aaron Donald, but he gets you. They're both pass rushers, so like he's their Aaron Donald for them. This makes any sense. But then the reason I think the Cardinals could go above the Rams, but for now we can't really say because we don't know what the offensive line is going to be like. Yeah. That's the worst part of it.
And how Kyler Murray will progress.
Yeah, I think like he's in my pool of MVPs. I haven't decided who it is yet. He's in my pool.
Just to follow in the footsteps of Lamar Jackson.
I should have put money on that, so but then I think the worst part about the Rams is how much they lost, because they lost even Greg the Leg. They lost Gurley, who they didn't appreciate. They lost Dante Fowler. So like they've lost so much everywhere in that team that it's hard to see Goff be able to carry them more than what they are, because they drafted well. They got a running back to replace Gurley. He's not as good in Cam Akers. They got Van Jefferson, who's another safe kind of hands. He's kind of one of the safer picks for wide receiver in the draft.
I mean, Goff had a lot around him and he wasn't able to do anything with it, and now he has less around him, so
it'll definitely be a case. Like, I think this could be the year that decides whether Goff is kept or not, because we saw Nick Foles, who got a big massive contract, got moved anyway from the Jags. So like, what's to say if this year
giving Goff that contract and then moving him?
Exactly. Well, we thought the same with Nick Foles. He was on 78 million or something like that.
Something ridiculous.
And after his first year, obviously got injured, but like, you could have kept it for at least another year to try him out. You traded him away straight away.
Money Minshew.
Yeah. So if a team Like McVay is smart enough, so he will know what will work and what won't work. Like it's up to him if he thinks it'll work.
I think they'll just be a solid like mid-league team. I don't think they're going to be anything better than that.
They're in a tough division because the two teams above them are almost playoff locks. At least one of them is.
I mean,
there's only two of them.
And the Seahawks are pretty much a playoff lock every year.
Who are number 2. And they're
11-5 last year. It feels like they go about the same every year because they're above average all the time, and that just seems to be the way they go. And Russell Wilson is always just kind of like snubbed for one of the best quarterbacks in the league, even though he always plays like the best quarterback in the league. I don't know what it is with them. They just kind of slip under the radar.
Probably because they lost Super Bowl to Patriots because they didn't run the ball.
Fuck's sake.
I think it's a lot of it is like now coming off. Obviously, they had the Legion of Boom. They lost. Earl Thomas is gone. Cam is gone. Richard Sherman's gone.
Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney is now gone from last year. Who's even though he didn't produce as well as we thought he would off the edge, he still got brought pressure and did. They're going to miss him a lot on the defensive line because they're not going to pay him how much he wants. He even said
it just seems that they always, on paper, they always get worse, but then throughout the season they're always the same.
Pete Carroll's a great coach.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of comes down to is you have him and you have Russell Wilson, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the draft in the NFL, and like now you gave him DK Metcalf, who for some reason people doubted him coming into the league, which made no sense because now people are talking about him as a top 10 wide receiver in his second year. Now he might not be that yet. Like when you put it down, like who can you put on him that's going to in single coverage down the field who's going to be able to physically stay with him? He's quick, he's strong.
And Wilson hasn't really had that, has he?
No, because Doug Baldwin is nowhere near the athlete that DK Metcalf is. And then you have
Tyler Lockett.
Thank you, Tyler Lockett, who is a do-it-all slot. He can go out on the side. But now you can play him a lot more in the slot, which is where he's going to work best because his injuries, he was getting injured a lot going on the deeper balls because he's just not that big, obviously. Like that takes a lot of pressure off him because he doesn't have to catch all the balls. And then they brought in Greg Olsen now as well. And they had, what was Dilly? What was the tight end? Dilly? Swidley? Widdly Diddly?
Swidley Diddley, yeah, that was it.
I can't remember his name, but they had another tight end.
Luke Wilson still there?
He was, yeah. Yeah, he went to the Raiders at the start last year. They died and he came back there again.
Jesus.
So and they brought in Philip Dorsett from free agency of Patriots. So they're kind of
they have tried to actually get Russell Wilson.
Yeah, like the biggest thing is Chris Carson's health probably. Yeah. And then they drafted they brought in Jordan Brooks, who's he's a ball hawk, so he's kind of the kind of linebacker like Bobby Wagner's probably going to make into an almost all-pro linebacker. But it's down to Russell Wilson again because his offensive line still isn't great. They drafted Lewis, I can't remember his first name. He's an offensive guard, but he's a very rush-heavy guard as well. He's not great at stopping, blocking pass.
I think there is a lot on, as you said, Chris Carson and health as well. Because I have him pretty high in like my books as to how good he is in comparison to the league. It's just that he doesn't really stay healthy enough.
And his problem is he's not really a home run kind of running back. He's not going to break off a 60-yard touchdown like a Saquon Barkley or even a Joe Mixon can do. So
he's another just to go with the team, like an under the radar kind of player.
He fits what they need. Yeah. So that's why I don't think they got worse, but they didn't get better. Like I think they didn't.
Which isn't really a bad thing because they were already very good. So.
Exactly. Like they didn't. The worst part about it was they didn't address the pass rush from losing Jadeveon Clowney. It was probably the biggest problem I have with them because
if they do lose him.
Yeah, well, I think they have because you won't pay them. You won't take the money they're offering. So and I think they lost. They have Jaron Reed gone. Frank Clark gone. They have Frank Clark, Kenny Clark, Clark. I'm never going to get the right names. Clark on defensive end. So it's like I said, they haven't gotten better. They definitely haven't gotten better than the Niners, who are number one. But again, the scariest thing about the Niners is Jimmy G.
What, whether you can rely on him?
Yeah, because now he had the safer hands of Emmanuel Sanders last year. Emmanuel Sanders is gone. We had Marquise Goodwin, who's the speed over the top. He is gone. But obviously they still have Deebo Samuel. They drafted Brandon Ayuk. The biggest thing actually that they did the offseason was obviously they traded DeForest Buckner and then brought in Javon Kinlaw, who isn't going to have the impact of a DeForest Buckner straight away because DeForest Buckner is a top 5 defensive tackle in the league, but he has the potential to be even better than what DeForest Buckner is. But the best thing they did was they lost Joe Thuney, who retired, and then they brought in the best left tackle in the game still in Trent Williams. just straight away.
Yep.
So it's almost like you're not going to feel the loss of Joe Thuney because
Which thank God Trent Williams did.
thank God Trent Williams is on team. That they actually, new GM and everything decided we need to get Trent Williams out because we misdiagnosed his tumor on his head.
Christ.
So like, but then they're another team that lost a lot because they lost Breida as well. But they still have Mostert. They still have
all the other running backs.
Tevin Coleman and I forgot his name again.
Wilson.
Yeah, they have Wilson. So like they have a lot of guys who do what Breida does. So like, and then again, your defense is obviously their defense. They have Nick Bosa, they have Eric Armstead. Who they brought back.
I cannot wait to see that defensive line again. Another year improved.
It is a very young division actually, because you have McVay, you have Kingsbury, and you have Shannon.
Yeah.
So like it's another like Jimmy G could take another step up because last year was his first full season under Shannon. So it's again, and bringing Ayuk who does the job that Marquise Goodwin does. Like it's going to be, and Trent Williams who's you're going to be able to pull the tackle, have a sixth offensive lineman, all this stuff. They open so much having the best offensive tackle in the game.
It'll be interesting to see how Trent Williams works with their entire run game.
I think it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Just run it to the left and you've got first down probably every time you get it. So like, they've stayed good and built for the future at the same time, which is very rare. It's very Patriots-esque, where they're still the best in the division while
still improving.
Yeah, while you look at the Seahawks who have stayed decent but haven't, other than DK Metcalf and maybe Jordan Brooks if he turns out to be Bobby Wagner's protege, if they've gotten better or not. So it's just like the Rams and the Cardinals are definitely the bottom two, unless somehow McVay does some shit we did in 2018 and they pop up again like they did from a couple of years ago. So it's definitely the Niners division to lose, but you can't take the Seahawks out of the playoffs either.
That's and I mean, the Niners went 13-3 last year. Could even be better this year. But they do have, what is it, the third hardest schedule?
Yeah, they're up there.
In the whole NFL?
Fourth.
But I don't know, I can see them doing just as good, if not better still, just because that team is that.
It's just down to the usual thing in the NFL of, it's down to, is your quarterback going to perform or not the way he should? Which Jimmy G did enough last year to fit the scheme and fit the plays that he needed to do to make the passes. He wasn't made do a lot, which showed up in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl even, where it came down to we need to get the pass game going, and they couldn't get it going against KC, which is one of the worst DB cores in the league. So it just says a lot. So it is.
This whole division has a lot of good quarterbacks, and Jared Goff.
So they have 3 good quarterbacks in Jared Goff. Mother of shit. Bad. Yeah, that's how it finishes. We finish with Cardinals and Kingsbury / Murray at 4,
which are going to be very fun games to watch. But Cardinals game.
If I put money on Murray, I'm not missing a game. 3 we have Goff and lowly Rams.
Possibly the deadest of 4.
They do have a new stadium, so that might be nice. It'll be all of the fans. At number 2 we have Wilson and Carroll and the Seahawks, who haven't gotten better, but they haven't gotten worse.
Consistent.
And then they have who has it? We have it. Number 1 is Jimmy G, Shanahan, and the Niners.
The youthful 49ers.
Yeah, so that's kind of the way I don't see many of these being wrong. I think they're all fairly.
I can't see that. The only thing I would maybe change is the Cardinals and the Rams, but that depends on it.
I hope the Cardinals. If I put money in the Cardinals, I'm putting Cardinals 1 and I'm not listening.
Cardinals 1?
Cardinals 1, yeah.
Above the 49ers, cool, right.
Watch it.
That's where we're going, boys.
Watch it, my money's on it. Life changes.
Right. I can see them getting 2 at a stretch.
What?
Maybe.
Alright, here we go. So, if Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins stay healthy,
which they
and Patrick Pearson doesn't take drugs again, put that one out there, I'm going to have the Cardinals making the playoffs over
Seahawks.
The Niners.
At
the end of the year.
Relax.
Okay. I think
Jesus.
the Cardinals have a slightly easier schedule. Kyler Murray is a generational talent.
It's true.
I think Hopkins is arguably the best wide receiver in the draft. I keep saying draft. Chandler Jones is 15 to 20 sacks locked. Patrick Pearson is 5 to 7 interceptions a season.
Do you think it heavily depends on if Kyler Murray gets beaten to death every game again?
I think, here we go, Kyler Murray, while under the same kind of pressure as the Deshaun Watson can be, I think Kyler Murray has a higher ceiling than Deshaun
While
Watson
under pressure.
has. Yes.
He is quicker, so that would make sense.
Yes, because I think Deshaun
Kind of
Watson.
pings around the field.
It's kind of like they've kind of fallen. That's it. Leave me there because I'm going for another 20 minutes. Done, but that's it. So if the two of them are healthy, three of them are healthy, yeah. If Murray, Peterson, and Hopkins, who? Joe's all healthy. Are all healthy. I'm going to put them at number 1 in the division.
God, relax. That's a
how
hot take right there, boys.
That's how I end the video. So,
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
That's potential Twitter video right there, boys.
I'm going to put money on that. Don't put up yet,
Jeez,
I'm
hot,
gonna
absolute
put
hot
the
take.
video.
The
Save-
hottest take.
Just stamp the video.
Christ
with that.
alive. Right, well, that's going to be us done, ending on that absolute bombshell.
Yeah.
Jesus, I can't get over that.
Here we go.
The Niners, no.
Good care.
No.
Good care. Russell Wilson getting injured as well. Watch it.
If you guys did enjoy, and if you did enjoy the series as a whole, we could potentially do something
series.
similar to this. You have to brainstorm.
I'll
Rack your brain.
I will. I can get plenty of them.
Let us know in the comments if you did enjoy this divisional series and if you agree with our standings for the NFC West or no.
And thank you for all the views that we've been getting the last month or so.
Dripping in.
Yeah.
Boys, dripping.
So thank you for all that. Anyone watches at all.
Please leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content, and we will see you in the next one.
Well, peace out.
Goodbye.